Welcome back. I am SP from Better Podcasting, part of the GinnaGeek.com network. I also host a podcast called Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. And what I've been doing over the past series of videos on this channel is I've been walking through my editing sessions so you get a feel of how the editing process actually works if you're interested in it from a podcasting perspective. So what I have here is Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode number 259, or excuse me, 260 up for editing right now in Vegas Movie Studio 15.0 Platinum. And I am doing the video edit here that will be uploaded to YouTube. And then following, I will export the file as a FLAC, the audio file as a FLAC, and I will bring it into Audacity and do some further refinement before I actually submit the podcast to publish on the Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. stream. And I have been walking through the edit and describing what I'm doing from case to case so you get an idea of what it really takes to edit. Just to frame the discussion, I have a single video track that was recorded off of a stream from a YouTube live stream, which we were all connected to via Hangouts on Air. I also have my files that I was recording here locally, which is this red track right here that is me recording everything coming into me. This light blue track is me recorded locally. This green track is my co-host Lauren, who you can see on the screen right there. She is recording via Zoom H5 locally. And then Haley also is recording locally on her track. And that's a picture of her on the screen in the upper right-hand side. That is the preview window up there. What you're seeing right around this area is me and my camera, and I am superimposing it above the files because it's just useless space really for the purpose of this edit. Once I get those files down, it is there to stay. And what I've done so far is I've edited the intro and then the main topic of the cast. I got it to the segment break here, and then we'll be going into the news. As you can see right there, the weekly Marvel news. This is a Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. We're covering the Netflix series The Punisher right now. It's episode 4. If you have not seen The Punisher yet and don't want to be spoiled, please skip this video. We will be doing other stuff in the future, so you can go ahead and get that as well. Or you can go ahead and watch The Punisher up to episode 4, and then you'll be caught up. Don't have to worry about being spoiled. But what I will be doing is basically running through how I edit as I edit. And this is not necessarily an instructional, it's more of a walkthrough. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you're watching this live on Twitch, you can catch any questions on the Twitch chat. I'm here to answer them. And after the fact, you can always get me on my Twitter account at Stargate Pioneer. You can email me, stargatepioneer@GinnaGeek.com, or you can go ahead and leave a comment in the YouTube video down below. This will be edited and won't be edited. It will just be exported to YouTube so you can see it right there. So nothing really fancy here. This is just a walkthrough of editing, and I don't expect a ton of watches on this, but if you do, in fact, you're curious about editing and you can get a general view of how I edit, and then you can ask me some specific questions if you need it. I was asked a specific question about Audacity effects, and I did do a specific video for that for a listener that asked. This track down below, by the way, is the soundboard. That's me recording the sounds that I'm playing through my soundboard, and it's more there for reference. And as I come across them, like I'm going to at the end of this segment, I will actually replace that with the file from the list that's up here. And I just like having the original file. I think is better quality than playing a file, recording it on another device, and then rendering that and sending it out. Now, it's not like it's going to win a Grammy or anything like that, so no big deal there. You know, as long as the general bump idea is there, I just maybe go overboard and replace the bumps as they originally are. But without further ado, I will start editing the news part of this podcast. So actually, I don't think there would be any Punisher spoilers from this point on, but you will get spoiled on the Marvel news from a couple of weeks ago. All right, here we go.
So, news.
All right. Got one already. I think that's from Haley.
So, news this.
Sure is. And this is how I take care of it. I just split the track and then I delete it. Another way you can do it, as I've said before, is just take the gain all the way down. That way you can keep the information. In this particular case, a mouth tick is not some information that I want to keep in the file. So I just end up deleting it.
So, news this week. We're going to start off with a little bit of Netflix news. Finn Jones has kind of confirmed that Luke Cage and Iron Fist were canceled for Heroes for Hire.
So this comes from Screen Rant, the article that we're linking.
Okay, there's a couple of things here that I want to point out right away. There's some crutch words used. So, I use so quite a bit, and I've been trying to get away from it. And as I'm editing, I see what's going on. And I generally tell my co-hosts at the beginning of the next recording, we allocate some 5-10 minutes of time is supposed to be going over production notes. And this would be a production note. Stop using so as you're transitioning. And I'm just going to play this really quick so you can hear Haley say it.
So, news.
And then back here with Lauren.
So this comes.
You know, if you're a radio host and you keep saying that, it's going to bug a lot of people. So what I do, and I just said it myself, what I do is I go in Audacity and I take those out as much as I can. I do try to take them out here. In this particular case, I don't think I can.
So this.
You know what? I am going to.
For Heroes for Hire.
This comes from.
Might be able to do it here.
So, news this.
Yep. Should have caught that in the first listen. Getting back in the groove, folks.
News this week. We're going to start off with a little bit of Netflix news. Finn Jones has kind of confirmed that Luke Cage and Iron Fist were canceled for Heroes for Hire.
This comes from Screen Rant, the article that we're linking, and also from Finn Jones's Twitter account. So we know that Iron Fist and Luke Cage were canceled. We had feelings about those. And shortly after Netflix canceled Luke Cage, Finn Jones, who plays Iron Fist, who plays Danny Rand, plays.
I was just going out to get a time hack. So at approximately 56, was that right? No, 51. I don't know why I thought that was 56. So this is approximately a 10-minute segment that I'm going to edit. And afterwards, I'm going to stop for a little break. And then I'll come right back and finish off the rest of the video edit.
Iron Fist, who plays Danny Rand, posted an image on Instagram from a fight scene in Luke Cage season 2 and captioned it with 2 fists and a heart in between them. It's clearly a response to the news that Luke Cage was canceled, and it could mean that Jones is showing solidarity, but it has sparked speculation that they could reunite in a Heroes for Hire spin-off series. I can't remember, did we talk about that in response to things that their cancellation could mean?
We did. We talked about their comic book duo that they've been having, or they did have. And we talked about Heroes for Hire, but nothing serious. I mean, I don't know. Serious. I mean, I don't think. Oh, I heard some stuff. Let's see if I can uncover it. There it was. It was Lauren. Again, with the audio denoise, the isotope RX denoise. I'm running RX5. I tried to enable RX7, by the way. I know I've been saying that in previous videos. It wouldn't enable for some reason, so I put in a help desk ticket to isotope. Haven't heard back from that yet, so we'll see when I can get RX7 up and running. And we talked about Heroes for Hire, but nothing serious. I mean, I don't think. I don't know if Disney would have to green light this or not. We talked about that at length about the cancellation process, but I don't think Disney is interested in investing any new series for Netflix at the moment.
Yep. I guess all we can do.
Heard a little bang. Don't know if that was her desk or whoa or whatever. Control Z, by the way, on dues. And also, as I go along, so I don't lose my place of where I edit, I often shorten the soundboard track because I'm not going to use it, right? In the end, I'm just going to delete this whole track. This is just meant for reference on how to place these files, these little bump files. So I just do that so that when I come back to it, it's not like Audacity. Audacity will take you right back to the specific spot where you have stopped editing. But if you have to stop editing, like maybe go on a trip and then come back, you don't take this with you on your trip, or maybe you go away for a couple days, you're busy, and then you come back and you have to finish the edit. You have no idea where you are. So that is one indication that I've learned to be able to do that is just create a file or input a file and then sequentially hack it off as you go along. The other indicator is whenever you've taken out anything like artifacts from the track, crutch words, stuff like that, you can go to the last one. Odds are you might be overdoing a section a second time, but it'll get you in the right vicinity. Okay, here we go.
Yep. I guess all we can do is wait and see.
Yep. Next up is some news about Daredevil, and Daredevil's bullseye was very nearly Captain America.
Yeah, not as in Captain America was almost the bad guy in season 3 of Daredevil, but Wilson Bethel, the guy who plays who plays Bullseye in season 3 of Daredevil, was almost Captain America. He said, that was probably the single most exciting time of my life and also the single most devastating when it didn't happen. He said they put me in the cap suit and did everything. So I screen tested it at Marvel with a couple of other guys. They ended up releasing all the other guys. I was meeting with Joe Johnston to discuss the role and see storyboards.
Oh, that
And
sounded
then
like a Haley sniffle.
It didn't happen. He said they put the storyboards. And then
So I'll put solo on myself and Haley, and hopefully that will bring whatever is sniffling out. I think it's Haley. Yeah, it was. And that could have been a laugh, but it sounds like sniffle. So now gotten rid of it.
meeting with Joe Johnston to discuss the role and see storyboards. And then I think it was like 1 or 2 days later that they made the announcement that Chris Evans got the part. So he was pretty far along in like the final roundup of guys.
So was I, by the way. Huh. That would have been interesting. Huh. That would have been interesting. And maybe he'd still be in the universe now if he got it. Meaning Captain America would still be in the universe.
Maybe. But speaking of the Marvel movies, we've got a little bit of news about those as well. Catherine Langford is joining the cast of Avengers 4 in a secret role.
Okay. So I hear Catherine Langford and I think Stargate, but this is not that Catherine Langford.
Oh.
This is one of the stars of 13 Reasons Why, which I have not seen. And her role is being kept under wraps. And actually, Marvel has even denied that she's been cast.
Of course.
I did see one thing on Twitter that made me.
I think I can get rid of this.
I did.
Yeah. I haven't mentioned it in a while, so in case you're new to these walkthroughs, this is a cruder editor for audio than Audacity is. For Audacity, I actually can go in from point to point in the waveform, from digital point to digital point in the waveform, and I can do incredible things to the waveform in order to get it to sound differently or to take stuff out. Unfortunately, with Movie Studio and the video portion of it, I have to worry about how it's going to look on camera and I have to worry about being able to cut any sound out without cutting other things out. So it's not as fine as a discriminator when it comes to silencing or cutting out things.
I did see one thing on Twitter that made me laugh.
Yep. Don't need to worry about the there.
Made me laugh. That if she's been cast as Lady Death, then that's in really poor taste. That if she's been cast as Lady Death, then that's in really poor taste. Because I think her character is the one whose suicide starts off the main plot of 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, Hannah Baker. Wow. Haley, what is your speculation on who she could play in? I'm just going to tell you this. In the audio version, I'm planning on taking that out. But because you're seeing my mouth move, you know what? This is one of those cases where I can actually cut it out, but I'm cutting it out of everything. So, bingo, cut there. Bingo. Cut there. Click and drag down. So I'm deleting everything. So shift key is down, dragging down the mouse, deleting everything. Same here, shift key, bring everything down, selecting all of those, and then clicking down with the left button of the mouse and pulling everything over. Let's see what that looks and sounds like.
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, Hannah Baker. Haley, what? Huh. I wonder if that's in mine. It's somewhere in Lauren's track, so I'm just going to get rid of that. That should be good. Haley, what is your speculation on who she could play in Avengers 4? And right now it's untitled. We're just calling it Avengers 4,
Right.
But what do you think?
I have no idea. Not even a little bit.
Wow, to stump the great Haley. That doesn't happen often.
Well, because I don't know at this point exactly what they're going to do with Avengers 4. Like, I kind of think what they might do is half, 2/3 of the movie is like the post-apocalyptic, post-snap world. So we'll see a bunch of lower tier superheroes trying to maintain order in that world. But maybe they'll do something completely different. Who knows?
Got rid of some mouth noises from Lauren over there. Now, wow, you've got me thinking. Now that the Disney Fox merger is in process, it hasn't been completed yet. They could bring in a mutant into.
Yes.
Wow. So she could play a mutant. If she was going to play into.
Yes.
Wow. So she could play a mutant. If she was going to play a mutant, and we're not saying she is, but if she was going to play a mutant, and we're not saying she is, she could play a mutant. If she was going to play a mutant, and we're not saying she is, but if she was going to play a mutant, Lauren, who do you think she would do? Kitty Pryde?
She does have the look.
I was particularly proud of the point of coming up with Kitty Pryde on the fly there. Mutants aren't my specialty. Mutant characters aren't my specialty, but I thought that was a pretty good get right away. Who do you think she would do? Kitty Pryde?
She does have the look. I don't know. Does have the look. I don't know. I did see somebody say, "Oh, she's gonna play Squirrel Girl, come and beat up Thanos," which I think would be great. But
I thought we had already fan cast Anna Kendrick as Squirrel Girl.
Anna Kendrick, I know, really wants to play Squirrel Girl. which I think would be great. But
I thought we had already
I'm laughing there. Yeah. I'll allow it. Nope.
which I think would be great. But
I thought we had already fan cast Anna Kendrick as Squirrel
yes,
Girl.
Anna Kendrick, I know, really wants to play Squirrel Girl.
Nope. No crutch word there, Lauren.
And we Squirrel Girl. And we know that Squirrel Girl could and has beat Thanos. This is canon. Look it up. By the way, in the animated show, look it up. By the way,
I think Haley was saying yeah there, but it just was garbled, so I took it out.
look it up. By the way, in the animated shows that have been airing recently, the Marvel Rising stuff, Squirrel Girl is adorable.
Well, if she was Squirrel Girl, that would be interesting. And fit. I mean, you have Thanos, and I don't think Thanos is going to be around after Avengers 4, so might as well take it on now, right?
All right, so Avengers 4, Kevin Feige has been providing some updates on that one, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
So, reporter Eric Weber was at a Black Panther event in LA a couple nights ago and spoke to Kevin Feige. According to Weber's Twitter, Kevin Feige told him that fans should expect a trailer for Avengers 4 by the end of the year, which we assume would reveal the movie's title, and that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is currently on hold, which, I mean, given everything involving James Gunn and some of the casts saying that they wouldn't be involved unless James Gunn was involved, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. And also, he was asked about Namor the Submariner. Feige said that the character could make an appearance, but the studio hasn't decided whether that's something it wants to do yet. Give us shirtless hot Namor, you cowards.
So, fan casting again. Who should play it? Ooh, what's his name that was guest on?
Luke Evans?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is really good.
I'm not getting in the mall.
Him or Lee Pace. Lee Pace could also be really good, and he has those thick eyebrows that you could just kind of.
Wasn't he already in a Marvel movie though? Like
Lee Pace. Oh yeah, no, he was Ronin.
They painted him blue, but
yeah, he was Ronin. Never mind. Luke Evans then.
There's always The Rock.
Too buff. You need somebody who's kind of lithe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, the tattoos don't really go with what Namor's look usually is.
Well, you could. I mean, there's body paint for that. But...
yeah, that'd be a lot though.
So,
and also, people would be like, "Where are the Rock's tattoos?"
You want somebody lithe. Ooh.
And also, people would be like, "Where are the Rock's?"
Okay, this is an example of all three of us were talking at the same time, and I started with removing one of us and seeing if the other two could remain, and obviously Haley's thought prevails here, so I'm going to take Lauren out of it, and we're going to see what it sounds like with just Haley continuing on.
Yeah, that'd be a lot though. And also, people would be like, "Where are the Rock's tattoos?"
You want somebody lithe. Ooh, Louis Tan.
It worked, by the way. As far as the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy 3 part of this, James Gunn has gone on and signed. So obviously a plosive there. Too close to the microphone or talking directly into it or something like that. I hate the p sound. So what I'm going to do here is an Audacity. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to use EQ, equalization. I'm going to take out everything that's 200 megahertz and below, and that will get rid of that that plosive sound, and the P sound will remain. The Galaxy 3 part of this, James Gunn has gone on and signed with Warner Brothers for DC, at least for a movie. I don't see him coming back. I think this is permanent, that he's not coming back.
No, once you get a better gig after you get fired from a job, you don't go back to the job that fired you.
No.
So I don't know what the future is of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's unfortunate. I was really enjoying those. There was Haley, I heard. 3. It's unfortunate. I was really enjoying those movies and in the major role. Yeah, let's go back. So whenever you make a change, it's always good to go back and listen because there might have been something that was hiding in Lauren's track that needed to be taken out as well. Know what the future is of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's unfortunate. I was really enjoying those movies and in the major roles that they played in the last Avengers movie. I really would like to see them again, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah. If the third movie happens, it'll be the last one. I can't see another one happening after that.
We'll see while it's done.
All right, a last little bit of news about Avengers 4. We have a leaked photo of one of the characters.
Again, I took myself out. It's always good to go back. Sometimes I don't do that, and I probably should more often. But it does take more time to stop, go back, and re-listen. Yep.
All right, a last little bit of news about Avengers 4. We have a leaked photo of one of the characters.
Okay, how spoilery do we want to get? Because
this is going to come out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
Okay, the link that we're putting is pretty spoilery. Like
out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
Okay, the link that we're putting is pretty spoilery.
This is going to come out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
Okay, the link that we're putting is pretty spoilery, like in the title.
All right. I think after the first time she says unavoidable is where I want to actually stop it.
This is going to come out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
She says unavoidable twice. Well, this is a hard one. I'm just going to leave it. Plus, her track is so low, I can't tell where to cut it anyway. Now, I could increase the size of the track, and then I'll show you how that works. And you have to decrease it.
This is going to come out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
Okay, the link that we're putting is pretty.
So I can do that, but now I've got to spend time reducing the file size again. That is roughly how tall it was to begin with.
To come out soon anyways. I think it's going to be unavoidable.
Okay, the link that we're putting is pretty spoilery, like in the title. So if you don't want to know, just skip until you hear the music for the next part, because this is the last story. Gwyneth Paltrow pretty much spoiled the big screen debut of Rescue. She shared a photo of herself wearing the costume. She has boob armor, which is annoying. But yeah. Wearing the costume. She has boob armor, which is annoying. But yeah, she is suited up in armor. And I've been hoping that we'd see Rescue.
It's not the iconic colors of the suit, but it could it's on a green screen, so they could do stuff with that.
It's purple and silver.
And isn't the iconic color more reddish, pinkish?
Okay. So originally it was red and gold, but then I believe she does also have purple and silver armor from like Iron Man Armored Adventures. And I think in the comics they changed it.
And this would not be her first time on screen in a suit.
Yes, she did wear the Iron Man armor
in Iron Man 3.
Yes, and I believe we discussed then that, is this Rescue?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
we
thought
got
it
all
was.
excited.
Yeah.
And it
Oh, is this rescue?
yeah, we got all excited.
Yeah.
And it turned out, no, she was just wearing the Iron Man armor. And here she is wearing the purple and silver armor.
So we have confirmation that she makes it through. Well, no, we don't, because
No, we do. They discussed before. Yeah, Pepper Pot lives.
okay. Well, no, we don't, because
No, we do. They discussed before. Yeah, Pepper Pot lives.
okay.
After the snap. After the lives.
Okay.
After the snap. Like they're in all the whole like, oh, who lives? People would ask like the Russos who lived.
I forgot. Were they married before Avengers?
Engaged.
No, they were engaged.
Okay. Married before Avengers?
No, they were engaged.
Okay. All right. Well, a lot of fun news. We'll look forward to more. All right. Well, a lot of fun news. We'll look forward to more news next week. In the meantime, let's move on into the feedback.